She is the executive director of Just Media, a media literacy initiative designed to support the groundwork of criminal justice leaders and community members. This position is informed by her career as a writer, organizer, and educator. Browne has received 7 fellowships, is the author of recent works Chlorine Sky, Woke, A Young Poet's Call to Justice, Woke Baby Book, and Black Girl Magic. Browne is the founder of Diverse Lit Initiative. Oh, I mixed up my words. That's my bad. Woke Baby Book Fair, and is excited about her latest poetry collection, I Remember Death by Its Proximity to What I Love, is a book-length poem responding to the impact of mass incarceration on women and children. She is based in Brooklyn and is the first ever poet in residence at the Lincoln Center. She is also our featured poet and MC for this Page and Stage event. Please help me welcome Mahogany L. Browne.
I'm going to read from everywhere. I'll start with something I wrote for Sister Sonia Sanchez. I think it's important for us to be mindful of the lineage, right, of the shoulders on which we stand. And she is not just a mentor, not just a pillar, but she is an inspiration. And I had the honor of doing this poem for her. But I didn't just want to do the poem, because I also have MFA debt, so I made it a cento. I have a dissertation in here. It's a lot going on. You about to get this work, okay. So the first is a cento. Everybody knows what a cento is? Love Poem School. All right. It is a found poem. It is a poem that consists of lines by poems that already exist, or poems in the world, quotes in the world. I chose these lines from every poem that inspired me that she wrote. It's called For Sister Sonia in 3 parts. So the first is the cento, the second is the dissertation, and the third is the homage, the reason why I'm able to write. 1, cento. Forgive me if I laugh. You are so sure of love, you are so young, and I am too old to learn. Can you tell the morning stars, the air so sweet, river dark with sound, speech, and breath? Can you tell the stars and the ocean, she is a holy one, leaving trail of witnesses smiling. Amen. A woman. Our braided spaces, glass gone mad, yellow razor thin light, shiny sugar and pure woman. Conceal a symphonic shudder, 1,000 sermons, conjugated pain. Wild stars, southern eyes, bloom in the night. We taste the blue midnight, stars between my teeth. Black magic is you, caught in my voice. It is a wild sea. Love shifts the air and we blossom black. Picture a woman, her spine, her rotating the earth, her leaning into our birth cloud eyes, jumping rivers, inhaling moons. Imagine her, free. 2, I know I was worth the snarl and spit, this name, this black girl gone, black woman arrival. I ain't never known I was worth fighting for until I read a Sonia Sanchez poem. 3, root workers. We roll up sleeves and bend from the knees. We sing beneath our breath, it's gonna be heavy. We still swing big despite the justice system of letdown, and we still show up on time. We arms open, we hearts open, we hands open, and we love the way we fight until empty, until sun replenishes, until laughter fills the well. Until a black baby grows without fear, we return to the front line. We hammer, we hatchet, we ready to love a life. We ready to rock a stone cold gaze into dust. The black girl you watched harassed is someone's daughter. The black woman you watched berated is someone's daughter. There is no redemption in swinging out of your weight class. There is no glory in the demise of our black women. All right, this is before Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation hearing, but you feel me? Okay. We be the daughters. We be the bridge makers. We be the pot servers. We be the cleanup crew. We be the aunties, we be the writers, we be the spell weavers, we be the holiest of holy. We pray for you. We double-edged women, we gather like a fist of freedom papers. We a coal of storm, we a coal of storm and glory. We be the daughters, we be the daughters, and we blessed in this knowing. We black palms open and up. We black spirit and divine. We ain't never been steel bars. We ain't never been glass ceiling. We ain't never shuck, nah. We saunter the testimony. We clean the spirit. We manifest. And we ain't leaving till we choose. We be the daughters, and we got root work to do. Energetically, I need you. All right? Anything you like tonight, you can say, ooh, ah, aight, nice. What? Word? And my favorite is wow. Sometimes that's all it needs. You know what I mean? They could say a zip code. You'd be like, wow, I used to live around the corner. You say R. What does that mean? Like hard? Ard. You see me walk to it slow. I was like, 1 + 1 = 3. Wait, what? Ard. Or. Oh, ard. Well, see, that's the next lesson. Okay, I'm gonna do this poem. You're gonna teach me how to say that one. Okay, hard. That's good. Wow. Just know what's gonna happen with my Facebook status. Just say that word, okay? It's gonna be you. You did it. So I had the opportunity to not think about everyday bills and how poem is gonna pay this and that through this grant I received from the Art for Justice Fund. And in this Art for Justice Fund, they sold a painting for $156 million and then gave all of the money away to artists to think about art. That was it. And it was a blessing. It was really a blessing. It made me stop working 5 jobs. If you know me, you know I have a lot of jobs. All right? And it asked me to be still. So the next couple of pieces I'm going to read are specifically informed by my wintering in a space. I choose the warmth, but being able to winter and sit by the water and not live in Brooklyn where there's no water. We don't have, you can go, but don't get in, right? Best of luck if you do. So it was a chance for me to just sit and be with nature and think about who I am in the world and what I want to do with this art. And also think about shamelessly how prison and the mass incarceration system has impacted my life. The men in my family have all been, their lives have been decimated and turned over and upside down because of prison. And so this book is that work, this one poem I wrote for an entire year. Each of the poems, each page is bordered by acronyms. Each acronym represents a prison in California where I was born. So this is one piece of the larger piece that I'll share, and then I'll get into a little bit other things. Okay. San Quentin ain't got a skyline to dream about, but my uncle's pride in my ability to recover from an ankle twist on a slab of broken concrete make it seem so. They say I play pickup games like I've been to the pen. I smirk, a double dribble skipping across my mistaken face. 20 years later, a solar system rids a planet, makes itself a new moon to rock the tides. Still, the barbed wire and shotguns work like clock clicks, and my father still don't know how many times I've challenged death. The COVID-19 that spread across my chest, My breathing so close to an island submerged in fluid, I stuttered awake on the 11th night. I wept until the cold medicine carried me back to sleep. The sickness lies, a boundaryless wretch. And it's the most American thing I've ever felt. Secure in my home and still dying from the heat of capitalism. They are reopening the world after the planet tried to reset itself. And the prisons are still packed with people afraid to believe in redemption. Racist adjacent smiles forgive white-collar crimes as hedge funds funnel into protective custody, a static of dispatch, the walls clean with other men's teeth. Antibody tests smell like Henrietta Lacks coming back to remind us of what happens when you trust a house of poachers, and they call us ungovernable. The way we picket and protest. This morning is a reminder. Steel bars don't melt with silence. The people behind bars are captives of war. The people behind bars are captives of war. The people stolen into camps and cages stretched beyond the still, an unshakable whisper tremoring our collectivity. I want to go home. I want to hold my daughter. I want to see my mother one last time. There ain't no poem in that. The human form was not meant to be locked up, locked down, cage-bound. Consider your own bones, the way you lengthen as soon as you turn your face to the sun, a mask over your nose, relinquishing itself to this adaptation of love. Inhale the day, crisp in its welcome. Send a kite to Folsom as we correct our form. All right? Thank you. And so my newest YA book, it's a hybrid. So it's novel and verse, but also prose, text messages, mail, email, haikus, contrapuntals. But it's focusing on this young girl who has survived a domestic abuse experience and is now coming back to herself. And she's finding the language, the words for what safety looks like to her now. And this piece specifically is after she's remembering, someone says, something about you look cute, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. But she's remembering the tone of you look cute and it's correlating with a moment of being catcalled. And I don't know if men have this same physical reaction to when someone says yo or ma or something. You know what I mean? I don't know if that happens for you, but I know what happens to me. And writing this poem after working with young girls in high schools, it felt like it was not only detrimental, but a blueprint for safety for all of us, because you need to know what you think is cute is not necessarily cute. You think, oh, this is charming. Not always. Actually, probably not. The world has changed a lot. So, have you ever been catcalled? It's like running forever towards safety, away from the sounds that scare you most. It's like pretending you are in control of your own life, of your own ideas, with no idea of who wants to take your light from you. It's like running until you hit a wall and the wall doesn't budge and the wall doesn't care that you're scared, and you've been taught to fear the sound of walls, blocking your path, blocking your way, blocking your vision. Have you ever been catcalled? Been called ma, sweetie, sugar, honey by people who don't know you. They sound so sweet when they say sweetie, sugar, ma, yo, ma. Your heart knows you can't trust it, and your blood races, and your eyes dart, and you begin to sweat because you've seen what those sweet nothings can become if you don't accept them gracefully, if you don't acknowledge them. Have you ever been catcalled and witnessed ma transform into the word bitch, and watched baby bloom then cut into the word slut, and learn how easily sugar can be shortened into a nasty slur? Have you ever been catcalled? Have you ever been chased? Have you ever been followed? Have you ever had to run, swing, and hide from danger? Have you ever been followed? Have you ever been chased? Up the block? Behind the stairs? Have you felt your heart beating behind your chest? Have you felt your heart beat, stutter, step, kick, and climb its way up your throat? Have you ever been bitten for saying no thank you? Have you ever been kicked for saying I'm not interested? Have you ever felt like you might not make it home safe? Have you ever felt like you might not make it home? Have you ever felt like you might not make it? Thanks. So I'm gonna do two more pieces and we're gonna get into the poetry event. I'm most excited to hear from these poets. So shout out to Mo, Martin, Kayla, Rachelle, Cedric, Becky, and Honora. Yes? Did I say it right? Ooh. Won't he do it? See? The perfect place. Perfect. Hi, DJ. All right, I'll give this a shot. This is called I Know Who I Am Because I Believe It. The breath in my chest, insistent in its choice. The skin that I'm in. The bones and blood and veins it carries like a promise. Have you witnessed the ocean moving with so much gust and life? Have you witnessed the river? Still waters bubbling the rebirth of school. Have you witnessed your own body, its own country of water, moving against the tide of a world so heartbreaking it's forgotten its own voice? Be still, friend. Be still. Be kind to yourself in the gift of stillness. I know who I am because I believe it. I know who I believe. In threes we will come. A drip of water moving against a boulder. Water, slow and steady, can turn rock into a pebble, like anxiety, like self-doubt, smaller until gone. Let your love for yourself be the water. Be the rise. Be the mist. Let you be. I know who I am because I believe it. I believe I am my mother's daughter. I believe I am my grandmother's prayers. I believe I am my great-grandmother's backbone revealed. I am because I believe so. I am because a woman believed in me. What a continent I became. What a country of water I be. I flow and fluid and rise and ebb, and I believe in me. I am not wrong. I am wronged. In this skin I've reclaimed from the trap of this country's tourniquet, only to find the sweet solace is a riverbed. Its mud beckons me closer to the silt. Small fish and forgotten glass unearth themselves like baby teeth. I believe in the air as much as I believe in the fire. I believe in the fire as much as the water consumes. I believe in a higher source, energetic and wise. I believe in my ability to thrive. This body is a good thing. Turning 2 miles, walked over a bridge into a family's meal, creating poems that become cashier's checks, dentist bills, and rent. I've 3 holes in my teeth and a nation that pretends I didn't almost die for it to survive. I am still here. I am still here. And like the ocean, full of salt and shells, full of ship remnants and noble ones, I bleed and the sand grieves. I be because someone survived for me to be here today, breathing this almost air, marching for cleanup belongings. My front seat beneath the deadening stars is still a seat. It's still a ground. It's still a home that I can pronounce by my given name, to write amongst the forgotten names, the taken and the ignored. But today there are no tombstones. Today there is no true death. Only life. Only life. Only a song of the living. Maybe even a belief system with water as its minister. I am water. I dive into my own currents. I dress my dreams in the satin breath of my ancestors. I know who I am. I know who I am because I believe it. So how many of you meditate? What? We need a meditation support group. Let's set that up, stats. I did not know about it until like 2019. And I'm 40 again. But wow, right? Like the magnitude and power in just being mindful of how you keep space, how you stand, how you breathe, when you find your breath catching. I did not know I was preparing for COVID-19 and because I started in January 2019. And then once the pandemic hit, it anchored me. It anchored me to reality. So we're going to meditate real quick. Is that okay? Okay. Maybe we should meditate after so you can go home with a meditation. Maybe I'll do that. That'll be my last poem. I'll do that. I'm so sorry. That was a great warm-up, though, didn't it? I walked you right to it. Did not shut the door. Sorry. Shout out to my brother who's been recording this whole thing the whole time. That's him with the light on, blinding me. He's my favorite. And I mean, thank you, brother, for being here, because he worked 12 hours and then came all the way here. He also let me steal his Raiders jacket back when I was in 5th grade. I know, I never told you. Thank you. I love you so much. The confession just happened right there. But he can't even do that. He can't even look behind. He's like, just gotta stay put, homie. All right, so this is for us, and then we're gonna get this event started with our poets. And when I say us, I mean, you know, what got us here in the first place, the Black woman. They say you ain't supposed to be here, Black girl. You ain't supposed to wear red lipstick. You ain't supposed to wear high heels. You ain't supposed to smile in public. You ain't supposed to smile nowhere, Black girl. You ain't supposed to be no more than a girlfriend. You ain't supposed to get married. You ain't supposed to want no dream that big. You ain't supposed to dream at all. You ain't supposed to do nothing but carry babies and carry felons and carry weaves and carry silence and carry families and carry confusion and carry a nation, but never an opinion. Because you ain't supposed to have nothing to say, Black girl, not unless it's a joke. Because you ain't supposed to love yourself, Black girl. You ain't supposed to find nothing worth saving in all that brown. You ain't supposed to know that Tina, Beyonce, Cicely, Shonda, Rhymes, shine, 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 Black girl. You ain't supposed to love your mind. You ain't supposed to love. You ain't supposed to be loved up on. You only supposed to pose voodoo child, vixen. So you're supposed to pop out babies and hide the stretch marks. You're supposed to be still. So still they think you statue. So still they think you chalked outline. So still they keep thinking you stone. Until you look more Medusa than Viola Davis. Until you sound more Shanae than Kerry Washington. Until you're more side-eyed than Michelle Obama on a Tuesday. But you tell them you are more than a hot comb and washing set. You are Kunta Kinte's kin. You are a Black girl worth remembering, and you are a threat. Knowing yourself, you are a threat. Loving yourself, you are a threat. Loving your kin, you are a threat. Loving your children, you Black girl magic, you Black girl fly, you Black girl brilliant, you Black girl wonder, you Black girl shine, you Black girl bloom, you Black girl, and you turning into a beautiful Black woman right before our eyes. Thank you.